we had some work last time. So how many of you actually did the homework? Raise your hand. Nice and high. Don't be shy. Okay. So what I wanted to do originally was review everything we covered last time. Unfortunately, the Arabic that I wrote looks like this. Okay? I mean, it's supposed to say ism, but I guess we can do with it. It's okay. So we learned 3 terms last time. I want to recap quickly. So we had three things, right? Who can tell me the Arabic terms? I'll start it off. Ism is a noun. What's a verb? Fi'l, thank you. What's a particle? Harf. Okay. So we have the definitions here. Ism is not connected to any tense, right? So it can be any noun. Rajulun, a man. Baytun, a house. Sayyara, a car. It can be any name, and it doesn't have any tense. Fi'l is connected to a tense. So for example, can someone give me an example of fi'l? A verb that's connected to a tense. There was one verb we really liked, and we like to use that one a lot. Starts with a dad.
Daraba.
Daraba means what?
Beat.
To hit or to beat, right? So daraba, it's connected to a tense. I explained last time that there is a past tense and there is present slash future. So there's no specific verb for the future, okay? There is something, we can add a harf to a verb which will make it specifically for the future, but originally there's only 2 verbs, so past and present slash future. Okay, and then we had harf completes the meaning. So harf by itself, we get no meaning out of the harf. It's just a harf, right? We need some other thing. For example, min means from, ila means to. So by itself, it has no meaning. Ism here, this no loan, is supposed to be a rajul. I have something cool here, by the way. I got something nice here. That no loan right there is supposed to be a rajul. This pokaw, it's supposed to be he said. Who remembers he said? Qala. So what is this past tense or present slash future? Let's call it the imperfect tense. That's what it's called. Past and imperfect. So is this the past or imperfect? Qala. Past. Okay. And we don't know the Arabic terms yet. Harf, this au, means, okay, we learned 2 harfs. We should remember those at least. Min and ila. So min means from, to is ila. Okay, so this past, present, future. I wrote the Arabic terms there, you don't need to know them. Okay, subject and predicate. This was our lesson last week, so you should know the Arabic terms for this. What's the subject? Mubtada. What's the khabar? I mean, the predicate is the khabar. Okay, someone tell me what a mubtada does, and what is it, and what's a khabar, and what it does. Mind you, some of you did the homework, so yeah.
The mubtada would be like the beginning of the sentence, so the actual noun, and then the khabar would be the actual action, or the idea.
Khabar would be
the verb.
Khabar would basically be describing the subject.
Yeah.
Okay? For example, we have ar-rajulu. Ar-rajul means the man. And then what about that man, right? So is he tawil? Is he tall? Right? Is he fat? Is he skinny? What about that man? So that khabar, right, the predicate, it describes, it gives information about the mubtada, which is the subject. Alrighty. I added some stuff here which I didn't talk about last time, but it was in the homework. Okay? Okay, let me just get another notepad here. I'm writing it here. Wow. Put it here. Okay. Okay, so we had a definite noun. Okay, definite noun is one that has the alif lam attached to it. We talked about this. And the indefinite noun is the one that has, let's take the example of this one here. It's going to be hard for me to use this now. Right? So if we add alif lam to it, it becomes definite. Okay? So what is it going to be? Is it going to be ar-rajulun? Ar-rajulu. Because remember, if we have the alif lam, the 2 fatha, 2 dhamma, 2 kasra, or 2 zabar, 2 zair, 2 pinch falls off. Okay? So ar-rajulu with the alif lam would be definite, and without the alif lam it would just be rajulun, like I have it up here. Right? This would be indefinite. Okay? So we already learned those, alif lam and without alif lam. But again, just to recap, and to, so definite, indefinite. Okay, it's also called here common, so indefinite. Then we had all these. Okay, let me go to the lesson here. So, as promised, we're going to go through the lesson 1, exercises. And for those of you who completed it, I need you guys to answer. I actually have everything written out here on the notepad, but unfortunately, it turned out like this. Can I win? This? It doesn't work now. Oh yeah, I could do something else. Maybe, yeah. That's okay? Yeah, you guys, it's okay. Right? Alright. Zoom? There's no problem here, man. Alright, let's begin here. Lesson 1 we had, Hamid is a father. So translate that into Arabic. Please, someone fixing that? Like what? Like that? Okay. Yeah.
So just we start with this exercise, and whoever feels hard to write in Arabic letters, just write it in the English letters. So translate it but in Arabic, but write it in English letters.
So what he's saying here is like this, basically. So if we're gonna, okay, tell me the first one. What is it? Okay, actually I already did this. Hamidun Abun, right? Hamid is a father. The way you translate that is Hamidun Abun. Now the way they said, if you want to translate it, what do? For those of you who read the lesson, right? Hamid is a father. You drop off the is because in Arabic we have nothing equivalent to an is, right? And you translate them too. So Hamid is Hamid. Okay? Like that. Hamid. And what's the equivalent of father in Arabic? Abun. Why am I doing that again? I have it here. Alright, can you guys see that?
Can you just zoom in a bit?
I don't know how to zoom in
You
there.
can download the file and then that way.
Yeah, but if you download it, it's gonna, it
Just
goes.
do Control
I see.
Plus or something, that should work. Might just do it.
Okay, good, yeah. Perfect. Alright, so here we have, here, Hamid, right, is a father. So what happens here is the is gone, okay? Because nothing equivalent to an is. Remember I told you the default state of all words is what? The default state is that it always has a tanween. Okay, and it's always un. Okay, it's not an or in. Which is marfu'. We covered those 3, marfu', mansub, majroor. If you don't remember, that's fine. But just know that if it has a dun, un sound is going to be marfu', and that's the default state of all words. Okay? What I mean by default is that there needs to be some other particle before it to change this into an or to an in. And then father is, now why is it not abu? Or why is it not al-abu? Because the default state, right? And also, we don't want, how is it translated? Hamid is?
Father.
Hamid is a father. It's not the, but a. Next one we had, Mahmoud is a son. Someone translate it. Quickly. We need to get through these. Mahmoud is a son. Mahmoudun? Ibnun. Nice. That's what I like to see. Alright. Mahmoudun Ibnun. Again, same thing. Mahmoud is a son. The is gets dropped off. You put Mahmoudun and Ibnun. Now here I wrote here, Hamzatul Qata' and Hamzatul Wasl. The Arabic equivalent is here. Hamzatul Qata'i, Hamzatul Wasl. Hamzatul Qata' it's like a Hamza and it has a small little, it's an alif which has a Hamza on top of it. Can someone tell me a difference between Qata' and Wasl? Yeah. Someone raise their hand, yeah.
I don't think Hamzatul Wasl has its own sound.
Hamzatul Wasl has its own sound.
It doesn't have its own sound.
It doesn't have its own sound. Explain further. What do you mean by it doesn't? Here, use this example here. Muhammad ibn. Okay. So basically, Mahmudun ibn, how would you say that properly? If you were to continue, like I'm stopping, I'm saying Mahmudun ibn. How would you say it properly?
Mahmudun ibn.
Mahmud, yeah?
Mahmudun ibn.
Say it again?
Mahmudun ibn.
Yeah, that's how I'm saying it. Mahmudun ibnun, right?
Right.
But if you're continuing to say the whole thing, how would you say it? Like here, Hamidun abun is fine. That's completely fine. Hamidun abun, Mahmudun ibnun. See what I did there? Mahmudu nibnun. It's written like this here. Okay? You'll see what I mean in a second. Mahmudu dun, right? And then, look here. You see this alif here? Right? It's not like this. You see a difference, right? Right now what I did is, I put this small here. This is called qata'. Means you always have to say it. Hamza al-qata' is that, right? Is that Hamza which you always have to say? Like if you see the first example back here, Mahmudun abun. For here, if you were to say this, it would be Mahmudu nibnun. Did you hear the Hamza? Mahmudu nibnun. Why is it nibnun? You'll see. So it's like this. Ibnun. So how it's written is actually like this. Mahmudu. Do you see it? Right? That's how it is, right? Even warajulun. When we're saying it, it's actually with a dal and a noon, right? This tanween, right? This tanween right here is equivalent to this. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So Mahmudun ibnun. Now what happened here? Alif is always sakin. What I mean by that? Alif always has a sukoon on it. This keyboard is giving me troubles. Okay. I don't know what happened to that. Okay, there you go. Oh, wow. Anyways, so this alif right here above it, this always has a sukoon. So now what happens is this noon has a sukoon and this alif up here has a sukoon. So two sukoons came together and we call that here, in Arabic we call it ijtima' al-sakinin, the meeting of two sukoons. So when two sukoons meet together, the first second letter gets a kasra. When two sukoon letters meet together, the first second letter gets a kasra always. Okay? So we see here, where is it? That this is a sukoon, and this alif here has sukoon. So what did I say? If two second letters meet together, the first second letter gets a kasra, gets a zir. So how would you say it now? If I do that, right? The first second letter gets a kasra. What is this? Okay, there you go. So Mahmudu nibnun. So this alif disappeared. This is what we call Hamzatul Wasl. So when it's in the middle, it disappears. You don't pronounce it. But if you see here, Hamidun abun, then you have to pronounce it. Why? Because that Hamza is what? Is it going to close the whole thing?
No. Yeah, you can open with another tab.
Okay. So what's this called then? Hamzatun wasl or qata'?
قطع.
Why? Because you always pronounce it. Even if it's in the middle, even if it's at the beginning, even if it's at the end, you always pronounce it. It's very important, by the way. I'm taking time on this because in the Quran it comes a lot. Okay? You'll see in the Madani Mushafs, the green ones that we have, it's written like this. Okay? So if this is there, you always have to say it. But if it's like this, then you won't say it. Okay? And there's many examples in the Quran. We'll go through them. So Mahmudun ibnun. So what happens is, it's actually dal and a noon. The noon gets a kasra, Mahmudu ibnun. Okay? So that's that point right there. Okay, next one.
It's just exactly like.
Yeah?
Like this other. So this one is exactly like this one. So exactly Hamzatul, but it's like it's not
Yeah.
there. You say
He's talking about this here.
Hamzatul, you don't pronounce it. This
That's
is
good. Yeah, good point. So here, you see this alif right here? This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is Hamzatul Wasl right here. Or this one here. In Hamzatul Wasl, there's a Hamzatul Wasl. Cool, huh? But in Hamzatul Qata', there isn't. So if this was Qata', how would it be said?
Hamzatul aswad al-wasl.
Hamzatu. No, stop there. Hamzatu al. Yes, you're right, actually. Yeah. Hamzatu al-Wasli. Because of Qata'. Because what does Qata' mean? You always have to pronounce it. So it would be Hamzatu al-Wasli. But since it's Hamzatul Wasl, then you say Hamzatul Wasl. Okay?
What's
Yeah.
the sukoon you said?
Okay. What's a sukun?
Yeah, like
Where? What do you mean?
what does that mean?
It's this thing right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay? What are, by the way, you see these fatha dhamma kasras, what are they actually called in English? They're the vowels. Right? To give you English, what do we have?
A, E, I, O, U.
So you need those in order to actually pronounce something. So in Arabic we have 3 vowels. Fatha dhamma kasra. Okay? So if it's a sukoon, then it has no vowel, which means it needs a vowel coming before it in order to actually pronounce it. Okay. That's that. Mahmudun ibnun. So Mahmudun ibnun. Not Mahmudun ibnun, Mahmudun ibnun. Number 3, someone translate it, please. Khalid. Khalidun. Ammun. Good. Am is a paternal uncle. Okay? Next one.
Zaidun
So
Khalid.
just you have a table, just go and find the meaning of
Yeah, just find the meaning,
and put it.
put it together. All you have to do is...
Yeah, the difference will be we put alif lam or we'll not put alif lam.
Yeah. So basically, you just cut out the is, right? Hamid is Mahmud is a son, right? You take out the is, just put the Arabic equivalents, and that's it. And just put the dhammas at the end. Mahmudun ibnun. Okay. Next one, number 4. Let's do this quickly now. Zayd is an uncle.
Zaidun Khalid.
Good. So the paternal uncle, meaning from the father, is what? Am. And from the mother's side, it's?
Khalid.
Good. Bakr is a brother. Louder. Bakrun akhun. In Bakrun akhun, do we have Hamzatul Qata' or Hamzatul Wasl? Bakrun akhun right here. Right here. It's Qata', right? Meaning you have to say it. So if it was Hamzatul Wasl, it would be?
Bakru.
What would it be actually? That would be weird.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So it's Bakrun akhun. We have to pronounce the a because it's Hamzatul Qata'. Next one. Sa'id is a grandfather. Wait, I shouldn't give you that first. It's cheating. Sa'id is a grandfather.
Sa'idun Jadd.
Sa'idun
Jadd.
Jaddun. Good? Right there. And you guys looked at the rest, you guys cheated. Okay, next one. Hamid is a grandson.
Hamidun Hafidun.
Hamidun Hafidun, good. The man is strong. Yes?
I have a question.
Yeah?
When do we decide if we're there for Hamza or Qata' or Hamza?
When do you decide? Okay. Huh? Yeah. So just for now, we'll just say, if the word is like that, then it's going to be, then that's where we're going to take it. Okay? Yeah,
Okay, there are some words which are always hamzat
it's
wasl,
fine. We'll leave it.
and there are more details about whether it's hamzat qata or not.
Yeah, it's in a poem, by the way, if you memorize that, but we'll leave that out for now. This is just a couple words, okay. For now, we'll just say if it has the little hamza on top of it, it's qata'. If it doesn't, it's wasl. Oh, it happened again. Oh, this one is good.
Yeah.
It's okay, it just
It goes away after.
Stop.
Yeah.
All right, where were we? Okay, we said the man is strong. How is that? So now you see from 8 to 14 minus 13, all of them are the, right? It has the tha. So how do we get that equivalent? Alif lam, good. So is it going to be the man is strong? Is it going to be rajulun qawiyun or what? And it's not going to be ar-rajulun because if you have al, the tanween drops. Ar-rajulu qawiyun. Next one. The child is weak. الطفل ضعيف. All right, next one. The ice is cold. It's very simple. You just look at the list of words. Just pick them out and do it. You can do it right now, even if you didn't do the homework. Just do it now. The ice is cold. Yes, good. الثلج بارد. Number 11. The water is sweet. Is it عذب you have? Okay. Yes. الماء عذب. Number 12. The sun is small.
Are there 2 words for sweet?
Yeah. Just a couple
Hulun.
words. Hulun you can have as well. The sun is small.
الابن صغير.
Okay, now be careful with this. Say it again.
الابن الصغير.
No, you said right almost before first time.
الابن صغير.
Al-ibnu or al-ibnu? Remember this goes back to hamzat al-wasl and hamzat al-qata'. So here, we have it here. If it's written, then it'll be easier for you. Okay? Then you'll see what I'm talking about. It's right here. Okay, right here. Is there a little small hamza here?
No.
Which means it's a hamzatul wasl. So it's going to be al-ibnu saghir. So not al-ibnu. If you say al-ibnu, it's actually wrong. Which many of the Arabs do, but it's okay. Next one. Hamza is fat. There's no Hamzas here, right? Hamza is fat. Okay, be careful now. I have a pointer actually. Is it Hamzatun or Hamzatu? No, what we learned is that it's Hamzatun, right? Now someone's going to ask me, well, how can I distinguish between this and this? The more you read, the more you learn. That's all I can say to you for now. Yeah?
Can you just go a bit slower and just go through like 3 or 4 of the lesson and let other people do the rest by themselves? Because I feel like not a lot of people have done the lesson, and maybe give them a minute or so to do that part, and then just...
Okay. So we finished the first part. We'll do a couple from 2 then. Yeah, it's okay. We can do that. So it's not going to be Hamzatun here. Why? Because the Arabs said so. It's true. A lot of things. By the way, some things are feminine, right? Like Ash-Shams, which means the sun. Why is it feminine? Because the Arab said so. Okay? Al-Ard, why is it feminine? Because the Arab said so. Okay? So a lot of the grammar is because of tatabbu' and istiqra'. So which means that the Arabs just looked at everything, and they looked at the grammars and how the Arabs said it and spoke, and they compiled it. And then we have what we have now, nice and easy for us.
Yeah, which was first, the language or the grammar?
Which came first? The language.
So yeah, the grammar is like try to understand how they say things and then put some rules, but usually you find something.
Yeah. Where did all the grammar come from? Where's our asl? Where's the source we go to? The Quran, right? Okay. Hamzatu saminun. It's not Hamzatun here. Why? Because the Arab said so. Next one. The brother is righteous, I believe. Or pious. That's another translation. The brother is pious. Okay, so are you guys listening? So it's not al-akhu, but it's al-akhu. Why? Because it's hamzatul.
We say it slowly? What was it?
Okay, so it's going to be al-akhu and not al-akhu.
Right.
Why? Because of hamzatul. Allah.
Hamzatul qat'.
Okay, it's very important. When you're reading the Quran, you're going to keep seeing it over and over again. Alrighty.
So how can you differentiate in the saying, like speaking, if it's gonna be wasl or?
How do you mean the way it's said?
No, I mean if you read it, then you would know that it's qata or wasl. Right?
Oh yeah. Well,
Like-
if it's yeah, because if you know the word, right?
Right.
If you know the word, then you're going to say it al-akhu,
Yeah.
right?
If you say faster,
Like if you said like it was al-ibnu, right?
Yeah.
How would you know if it's al-ibnu or al-ibnu?
Well, that's back to the other question, right? There are some words which are hamzatul wasl by nature,
Oh, okay.
because the Arab said so.
So you just learn by experience.
Exactly. So there's only like a handful. There's not too many of wasls. All right. So we'll take the brother's advice back there, and we'll do a couple here and give you a couple and some time to do it. Alrighty. So let's pick a number. Let me see. Nice ones here. Number 4. Right there. Someone tell me. What's the, okay, we'll do it step by step. What's the word for aunt, maternal?
Khalatun. Khalatun.
Khalatun. So you see how easy it is, eh? If you want to make a masculine to a feminine, most of the time, what do? You put the small round ta. Khalun and khalatun. Okay? That's a general rule. That if you want to make a masculine into a feminine, what do? You probably learned that, right? Like, what's the word for pious? They translate as pious or righteous. Salih. If you want to make it feminine, what do? There you go. So salihun, salihatun. Alimun, alimatun. Okay? So I said number 4, right? So can someone do that, please? Huh?
I want them to write it.
You want them to write it?
Yeah.
Where?
Just saying it.
Up there?
In the book, yeah.
Oh, okay. Or you want them to go up there and do it?
So I want them to write it.
Up there?
Whether in English or Arabic.
Who can write in Arabic, by the way? Who writes in Arabic? Like when you're doing the homework? The rest of you just do in English,
No,
right?
I just.
By the way, just try doing it. The more you practice, the more you'll learn.
Yeah.
Okay?
So yeah, try.
And you'll make some mistakes in the beginning, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Someone, I'm waiting for someone to translate it. Yes? Thank you. So, al-qalatu, intelligent is? What's the masculine form of intelligent? Dhakiyun. So you just put the round ta, you get dhakiyatun. Okay? Alright, let's take number 11. Wait, never mind. That's actually, yeah, that's good actually. 11, yeah. Someone tell me the paternal from the masculine.
What?
Number 11.
And
Ammun. Ammun.
Ammud.
Al-ammatu salihatun.
Yeah. Because remember, if you put the ta, it makes it into feminine. So it's not ammun or al-ammu, but it's al-ammatu. So al-ammatu is what?
Salihatun.
Yeah. So don't say salihun, because it's wrong. That's for masculine. And we'll do last one here. Number 13. The grandmother is pious.
Okay, just was a question for I was asking when does he know that he should put to Dhamma or to Fatha, like al-akhu salihun, akhu salihan?
So if you see in the whole first lesson, you'll see that they're all uns, right? Because why? Remember what I told you? That's the default state. And it's called marfu'a. There's a nice song for that too. If we have time, we'll put that on. Yeah. So the default state is what? Uns. So if you're asking me the question, why is it al-akhu salihun, alimun, kabirun, why not an and why not in? Because it's the default state. You're going to learn an and in. Why is it going to be an and why is it going to be in later on? Yeah, what's the question? Go ahead.
Can you write it down like the exercise you're doing? Answer to the exercise.
Yeah. So we only did 3, right? We
Can you
did.
just write it down on the board because a lot of people don't even know how to write the alphabets.
Okay. If you do it here, then we'll see on that side.
Yeah, do it.
So which one?
11. So that's. Oh yeah, you guys didn't translate it, did you?
Okay,
The grandmother is pious. Someone do it, please. Salihatun is saying. No, I don't want to pick you. I want to pick someone else.
Yeah, I think so. Wanna see it and
Come on, down here. Let's go. Yes, thank you. Okay, wait. Can I say a bit louder? Al-jaddatu. Thank you. Good. So al-jaddatu salihatun. So there's a fatha on the jim, right? It's not jid. Jaddu. And let's do the last one too. Why not? Why not? Why not at? I put a hamza al-qat'a there. Number 14. Yeah, you're going to do
We're
it?
going back to 8
Yeah.
and 9.
Yes.
So the names, Aisha and Fatima, it's not Aisha Tun, it's Aisha Tu,
Yeah,
just because.
the Arab said so.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, a general rule actually, I think what it falls under, is that most of the feminine words, names, like Aisha tu, Fatima tu, they're going to have one ta. Okay? Just remember that. All right, one other
four
thing.
letters or more. Oh, okay, no.
If you go that depth, it'll come again.
is it because they're Arabic names or is it because?
The Arab said so, yeah.
Okay.
You'll see some non-Arab, actually, non-Arab names are always tu.
Tu.
Non-Arab names are always tu.
Tu. Okay. Right.
And for feminine, most of the time they're tu. For masculine, they're all tu, like Hamza tu, right? Even, by the way, Hamza has a ta, round ta, but it's a masculine name. So how would you translate Hamza? Let me say something easy. I'll give you the khabar actually. Hamza is knowledgeable, which is alimun. So, would it be Hamza to alimatun or alimun?
Alimun.
But there's a ta there, round ta.
It's a male.
That's his name.
Because it's actually a male name, okay? Okay, so I want to explain something else here to you guys. Remember we learned definite and indefinite, right? Definite and indefinite. We learned that if it has an alif lam, it's going to be definite or indefinite.
Definitely.
And if it has just the un, it's going to be. Now something here. All proper names are always definite. So Hamza to Aisha to Fatima, etc. They're always definite, okay? Always definite. And here, we already did this. Some words can never have 2 tanweens. Because the Arab said so. Alright, so we'll do some in the last exercise. Did you write that? I can do this everywhere, right? Oh, I can use it to pick people too,
Yeah, that's a good point.
right?
Nobody's
But I'll
gonna.
poke their eye out like it's gonna hurt their eye or something.
You won't even see where it's going.
Alright, so that's al-jaddatu salihatun. And you just have to practice to learn how to write. I mean, the more you practice, the more you'll learn. It gets easy after a while because it's the same thing. The jim and the ha and the wow and that, it gets easy after a while. Alright, let's do some from here. This is a nice, fun part. Number 1, very easy. Move to al-khabar. I'm gonna pick someone right back there, right there, right there. I got him right
Try
there.
to write it in your
Right here.
exercise book as well.
Yes.
Let's see.
You got it?
Yeah.
Just try doing it.
Try doing.
No. How about the one in front of you right there?
Number?
So the number 1 is very easy. Very easy. And it's a question in your grave as well. Man Rabbuh. Yes?
Allah is the master.
Allah is the master. Okay, good. Let's do number 2 is so easy
Why would it be the master?
because it's for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's all. Number 2, and same with number 2. Or you can say Muhammad is a prophet for number 2 actually. There's only one master, right?
For the second one,
Mhm.
it's Muhammadun, right?
Yeah,
So it's not Muhammadu.
right.
It's
I
that.
said only for feminine, remember?
Oh, okay.
What about Hamza?
That's just, I told you, that's just an exception. Like, you know, here and there you'll get it because the Arab said so.
Right.
It's not a general rule though. It's not a general rule. That's why I said the more you expose yourself to them, it'll become easier. So Muhammadun Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is in brackets. Don't worry about that. Is so someone translate that right there and right there. This one right here. Very easy. Muhammad. I'll start off. Muhammad is. This one, is it that prophet or a prophet? A prophet, because of the one. Here we translate it, Allah is the master, because it's for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, let's go to number 6.
Saud,
Yes,
why there's no tanween on al-akhu, for example?
we explained that though. Why is there no tanween on al-akhu? Someone else explained that. Someone answer that. Yes?
Because we added L.
Yeah. You got it? Because we added al, so the tanween dropped off. And remember, al and two tanweens can never go together. If there's alif lam, it never likes the tanween. Okay? They just don't get along. So number 6 I said. Al-insanu abdun. Okay, is it al-insanu or al-insanu? Al-i. Because of hamzat al-qata'. You have to be very careful when you say it. It comes so many times in the Quran as well. هل أتى على الإنسان. If you say على الإنسان, then it's wrong. Unless you're reading in Warsh. But anyways, okay. الإنسان عبد. Someone translate it.
Try to write it, it's in English, so you don't have any...
Yeah, this is in English. Yeah, this is in English. Come on.
Translate to English.
Everyone has to do this. This is in English. You're not even writing in Arabic. And this is our focus, by the way. We have Arabic text and we want to understand it. That's our goal. But the purpose is, if we can do this up here, this will help us in doing the opposite. But the point is, the goal is just that if we have an Arabic text, we want to translate that. Yeah, I think she's an expert over there, so she can do some help too. Okay, Al-Insan, did someone translate that? Oh, you still did? Can you try right there? The one behind you? Here, you did it though. You have the words in front. Don't you have the words? If you have the list, okay, can you? Yes. A bit louder.
The man is a servant.
Good. He said, Al-insanu abdun. He said, the man is a servant. Is it right? Is it right? Why not? It's right, yeah. Al-insanu abdun. The man is a servant. All right, let's go to number 18. Yeah.
I just have a question
Yes.
about
Oh, man.
number 6. Isn't it between 2 seconds, so we added this?
This one here you're talking
No,
about?
al-insan.
Uh-huh.
Like, why do we pronounce it al-insan? Isn't it between 2 seconds? The alif.
No, this is Hamzat al-Qata'. This is insan. It's Hamzat al-Qata'. It's not Hamzat al-Wasl.
It doesn't become wasl?
No, because this here, Hal ata ala al-insan is in the Quran, right? If you just have insan, it's going to be with the Hamzat al-Qata'. It's going to be written with that. That's right.
Okay, just like something should use to make it easier for us to differentiate between the Hamza.
Guys, listen. He's giving you a nice point.
Yeah. To differentiate between the Hamza that's pronounced. So any Hamza like this one, like have this one, this is Hamza, okay? And any other alif, whether it's like Ibnun or al-insan, like this one, is called alif. And this is called alif first, and this alif tarif, but it's alif at the end. So all of these alifs, alif, this alif, or this alif is not pronounced. But any Hamza like this, or it should be pronounced, okay?
How is it pronounced?
But this you not pronounce it. Like if it's at the beginning of the word of the sentence, you say ibn, and if you start with it.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Say as like say for example, ibn. Can someone read this one? So if I'm starting a sentence, I say ibnu. I cannot say you cannot pronounce out like. Can you not say?
Oh, wait. This is the same rule. This is the same rule. You'll see what I mean. Wait. Okay, so here, let me tell you something. If it's written like this, alif always has. Not Hamza. Alif is always sakin. meaning that there's always a sukoon on it, even if it's not written. What about wow and ya? Actually, shall I leave that? Never mind. You guys see that there? Alif always has a sukoon on top of it, meaning the alif is always sakin. Okay? Even if there is no sukoon written on it. You see in those examples, there's no sukoon on it, but it's still sakin. Okay? So back to his point right here. He said if it's in the beginning, even though it doesn't have this hamzatul qata' here, right? It's still going to be pronounced ibn. Why is it not abnun?
Because the Arab said so.
All right, you guys are getting it now. Where's the word?
So this will be ibnu akhi, like the son of my brother.
Wait, you did a mudaf mudaf ilayh?
No.
That's the next lesson. All right, so we did. I was number 18. Number 18. Someone please do it.
Please write it down, please.
Yeah, this is English. This is English. Yeah.
Fatima is going.
Yes, Fatima is.
And Hibatun.
Okay.
Just look it.
So he said. So number 18. He said Fatima is going. Why is it not is a going?
Word.
Because it doesn't make sense, right? So remember, if it doesn't make sense, then we got to play around with it, even though it should be a going. All right, last number 20. Yeah, you have a question?
Yeah, I had a question about number 6.
Yeah.
It said at the beginning of the lesson, it was like al-insan could be plural too, meaning.
Oh, it was talking about the alif lam.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't want to talk about that actually. It gets a bit confusing. What it was saying is that some type of al, the definition is the.
Right.
Right? Like, but if it's like a group like insan, right? It's a whole type of class. Then it will be translated a bit different. Like for example, alhamdu. So it wouldn't be the praise, it would be all praise and thanks.
Yes.
Why? Because that's just a different type of al. They're a different type of al, which is it's more advanced.
Okay.
So
For now, we'll just stick with V and A.
So this is more like mankind.
Yeah.
Is a slave.
Yeah. No, not this one here. Al-insanu. No, this is single. This is single because it's talking about abd, right?
Right.
But then why isn't it al-rajulu?
No.
That would be the man, right?
That would be that man. Okay.
Yeah.
So here, how is it translated actually? Can you check?
The
Can you check?
human is a slave?
Huh?
Should be the human is a slave?
The human. You can say the.
Yeah, because it says man or mankind.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the human.
Right, because it says man,
Oh.
comma mankind, or this
Yeah.
al-insan.
Yeah. So that's like for a whole group. Yeah. It's for a class.
But then it can't be for like more than one people because slave is in the singular form.
Yeah. So it's for singular. Yeah. So it's used in a singular tense, but it means like mankind. Yeah. Yeah.
Can insan be translated to a person?
The person. Yeah. Yeah. You can do it.
Yeah.
For now, we'll say the person is a servant. Okay? It's a bit advanced. I don't want to go through it. I mean, it just gets so confusing that,
Right.
you know. So. Okay, so I said do number 20. Someone please tell me.
Mood is not.
Mahmoud is knowledgeable. Good? All right, now, this one here. Number 12. Number 12, someone.
The hour is coming.
The hour is coming. So it's not a coming because it doesn't make sense. All right. Let me walk around here.
So
Yeah.
number 12 and 18 were actually verbs. The predicate. The khabar was a verb.
This is no, it's not a verb. No,
No?
it's actually it would be ism fa'il. It's a type. It's made from the verb, but here it's used as an ism.
I see.
All right. You guys good?
Does the also
You can do it now. I mean, just take some. You have it. See, all you got to do is this is very simple, and this is our
No, it's not that.
objective as well. So you have Arabic here.
What's the
Just take that and try doing it. So I'll give you like a couple minutes.
Kumi.
Try it now. You can write it.
It's becoming hard to say.
Okay, just look it up. I was trying to look it up, but I didn't find it. I couldn't remember.
You have your brother, you can help you.
What's later?
Is there any questions back here?
Maybe the same thing. Maybe the same thing.
No, we have to have the same cycle.
So what is the problem?
We don't get or maybe like, I don't know, just whatever that
No, it's
Structured.
But then it's not like Hamza. You want to do double. No, but that's completely different. That's your It's a proper. It's not just fun. No, this one is brief, in the present. If you want to make it future or past, you have to add something else. Yeah? Yes. Let me see it. Where is it? Oh, I didn't even see this. Yeah, that's a good one, actually. That's good. There's two colors. Good, nice. Nice. I'm actually going to talk about that. You have anything there? Yeah, I think you guys are doing good.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How would water be plural
Any question here?
or singular?
Water?
Yeah.
Water cooler?
Technically.
Plural of water, there is it?
Yeah,
What
but
does
does
it
that
say?
mean?
It's in yeah?
So,
Yeah, that's a plural. Like, for example, if like it's usually used in the books of fifth, right? For example, the types of water which are clean, right? Like, for example, there's well water, spring water, this type of water, this. That's when it's used. All right, there's two questions, and I want to go over. Number 17. Here, are there two khabars or two mubtada's, or what's going on here? It's like a long sentence. Someone tell me. What do you guys think? Yeah?
It's two separate because then you have the wow and the
Good. Good. So the first mubtada khabar is al-hafidu mu'addabun, and then second one is al-jaddu rahim. So this wow basically separated both of them. So they're two complete sentences. One is a complete sentence, al-hafid mu'addab. Second sentence, al-jaddu rahim. Now is it wa al-jaddu or wal-jaddu? Why? Because of the Hamzatul Wasl. If this was not, if al-jaddu was, if it had a Hamzatul Qata', it would be al-jaddu. So it would be wa al-jaddu. You wouldn't say wal. It's important. But because it's not Hamzatul Qata', then it's going to be wal jaddu. And there's another point brought up that we have the water. Well, we have the name water, right? What is water in Arabic? Ma'un or al-ma'u, right? Why is there a plural there? What's the plural of water? No, Arabic. You have it in your list. Miyahun, right? So do you think there should be a plural for water? Yeah? So I was explaining that there are different types of water. Like it's used in some books, like you say, the well water, the spring water, you know, the whatever comes from the sky. So that's when it's used, miyah. Okay? That's when it's used. Any more questions you guys have? Yeah.
That goes like question about Hamza and
Hamzatul what? Yeah, okay.
the animals.
What's the question?
They just like were confused about it.
Okay,
Okay, just play again.
So I picked one of the sisters, and she will read. Okay, so someone read this. The third row, the third row. But this would be how will you read this one? Is, yeah, you said is, but there's no Hamza here, yeah? Okay, what about now? Huh? No. There's no Hamza here.
Wait, don't tell them though.
Okay.
It's just like Ibn, right?
We just, so how will you read it?
Al-Ibn.
Another one. No. Al-Ismu. Let's go to something we read every day in our prayer. We say, how we say in the name of Allah? Bismillah. Did you say Bismillah?
Nice, that's a good one. Yeah.
No. See? This is the origin of this. We write it like that. This is how it's written. But actually it's bis. B is like with, is like the name, okay? So Bismillah, this actually the origin of it. But we don't pronounce the alif here because it's alif wasl.
Because it was.
Okay, or hamza wasl. Okay, the other one. How do you pronounce this one? So we pick another one. Ibn. So when I put this one here, Al-Ibn. Okay, what about this one? From the last row. Someone back. This one. Ihsan. When I do it like that. What? What? Huh? No, it's not al-ihsan. It's strong. There is a hamza here. There's a hamza here. So it'll be al-ihsan. Be al-ihsan. Okay, another word. What is this word? Islam. Okay. So you put alif lam. Al-islam. Because there is a hamza here. So the rule is that the alif or the hamza, whether it's coming at the beginning of at the beginning of the speech or at the beginning of the sentence, we say it with qat. So ibn is ibn, ibnu akhi, or is like, remember last time we said ismi Khalid. If you remember about the conversation, we say ismi. I just say I cannot even say it. Can I say ismi, something like that? Can I say this? So I said ismi Khalid. But if I ask you, I say masmuk. And so I don't say ma ismuk. I say ma, and then
A lot of what you hear from the Arabs, they all say ma ismuk, but you'll know that's wrong.
yeah, this wrong.
Many of the Arabs will say
Yeah,
ma
that's
ismuk, but it's wrong.
So it's masmuk.
So when do we decide when to give that hamza, like hamza?
It's not decide.
Yeah.
I'm asking you just to read
What the
you-
Arab
in
said
front
so.
of you. Don't decide now. We're not talking about this. Is another thing about sarf, but we are not talking about this point now. You are reading the Quran and you want, okay, you are reading any words in any book, Arabic book, and you want to say it will be ibn or be ibn or bib.
So basically, you're saying it's in front of you, right? And you just want to know, how are you going to say it?
So you are reading. We are not going in depth into why you put it like when it comes hamza wasl, when it comes hamza qaf. If you see this hamza, it's always hamza. Say this sound. If you see this, there's no hamza here. If it's coming at the beginning of the word, so you pronounce it at the beginning of the sentence or the speech, you pronounce it as alif. If it's coming in the middle, you don't pronounce it. Actually, this can be like that. Can you pronounce this? Huh? Masmuk. It's the same. It's like we remove this one.
Wait, what is that?
You know, like inside in English when you have like sign S-I-G-N, you don't pronounce G. Yeah, it's there, but you don't pronounce it. So it's the same thing.
I have a question. Why is it written like this then? If you can do it. Okay, the reason is because the way it's written is like that. Because the Arab said so. All right. It's a style of writing, right? Right. If, for example, let's see. All right. Guys, I'll give you an example right here. What is this? What is that? All right. So why don't we just write it like that then, or something? Because the way it's written, right?
Knowledge,
That's the rule.
knife, can is come.
Okay. So that's the same thing as here. So if you had that question, that's answered it.
Yeah, I hope this is more clear.
Sorry, what's it?
No, just,
Oh.
you have another question?
Yeah, you know when the other it's in the beginning of a word,
This one?
well, any of the words.
Yeah.
How would you know how to pronounce it? Would it be like il or ab kind of thing?
If it's just, let's say it's simple. If it's just below the alif,
What I mean is that if that's not there, you still pronounce it, right? If that shit is not there,
If the hamza is not there?
yeah.
it's a, it's a also.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay, this is.
No, he's right. You're saying this,
Yeah,
right?
I think like ism, for example.
No, you're saying he's asking this. If this hamzatul qata' is not here, right? If it's up here, how is it going to be? Because obviously it's going to fatha as well. And if it's down here, it's going to be e. But what if it's not even written like that? Right? So how do you know it's going to be an or il? Right? So the default case is going to be a. Default case, a. For example, we have ar-rajulu, right? Ar-rajulu. So it's going to be always like that. Okay? Ar-rajulu, al-faslu, al-kalamu. It's always going to be a. But there may be some exceptions like ism, right? And that comes with reading. The more you read, the more you expose yourself, you'll be able to learn. So again, we don't want to go outside our topic. Whatever here is in the lesson, just focus on that. It's going to come. Right? If we go like, to next lessons and whatnot, it's going to get confusing. So if you guys did what we're doing right now, the mubtada khabar, and you guys understand it well, then you're doing good. Any other questions? Yeah?
Get better at writing the Arabic, just a matter of practice then?
Yeah, okay.
Nothing else?
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause
Getting better at writing is a matter of practice, but there are some rules as
like
well.
knowing when to join and things like that.
Yeah, you have to, you have to learn those. It's very easy though. You can do it in one day, right? You Google a book or something, say how to write Arabic. They'll tell you if it's a wow, it never connects to a word after. 6 letters, wow, dal, dal, wa, za, right? It's just some little simple rules. But if you can't write in Arabic, it's okay, just write it like that, like this. If I want to write Hamid is pious, how would I do it in Arabic? Sorry? So you can just write it like this, and if you can't write Arabic at the moment, you can just do that. Okay? As long as you understand it. Because again, the focus of the course is, can you guys listen? It's getting quiet, it's getting quite noisy now. Alright, the focus of the course is again, is that we're going to have Arabic in front of us, and we want to understand it. That's the focus. So this lesson is very important. At exercise 3, I want everyone to do this. Alright? Do we go to the next one? Hold on, Philippe. 8:30. What?
45.
Boy, can I finish at 8? I thought it was 8:30 for some reason. Time went fast. No. Okay, we'll do conversation. Oh, we can't open on this. We can't open on this.
Okay, before we move to anything think
Wait, there's a
that's
question.
How do you say the man is the king?
the man is the king.
How do you say the?
Yeah. So why is not mentioned here?
I don't know, they should have included that. Let me see if it
Yeah,
comes
so
later,
this
actually.
well, I think this is a good question. The man, how we say the man is the king. So what we have been going through in the examples, like the first thing is different and the other is not different. So the man is the king. That's what we have gone through. So how? So the king is what? The king is what in Arabic? Okay. So and Malik. Okay. So the man is a king. So how we translate this one? The man would be okay.
الرجل ملك is talking.
Okay. Is a king would be Malik. Okay, so this is so if you want to say the man is the king. So what we'll change here, this would be the, and then the king.
Al-Malik.
It can, it's yeah, somehow true. But
You use
usually
the
I say who and
Yeah, you're right.
Wait, what happened again?
I would say the man is the king.
Okay. So the way you, what do you do? Yeah. So how does that translate? Ar-rajulu?
Is the king.
How's that done? The way you get V is like this. Okay, what happened here? Ar-rajulu. That's how you translate V, okay? If I were to just get rid of the who and say ar-rajulul maliku, who would it be? How would you translate that?
The man is a
Lion king.
Okay? It would be,
Yeah, Rajul, like Malik would know.
Yeah. So the malik would be like an adjective for ar-rajul, okay? So in order to get the V, you just put a huwa in between it. Or for example, I want to say a feminine, right? Like
But
what?
it can work, by the way. I mean, it can work. Like, it can work, but it's
Okay.
more confusing.
Yeah, like how do you say, let's pick a feminine name, anything. Fatima is the knowledgeable. How about just get rid of the the, first do that. Knowledgeable is alim. Fatimatu. Alimatu. So Fatima is a knowledgeable, in bracket, person, right? So if you want the the, it would be Fatimatu.
here.
Hiya, very good, nice. Huwa huma hum hiya. There we go. Good job, nice. So hiya al-alimatu, okay? So for now, if you want to get the the, you put the huwa or hiya in there.
So, Rajulu huwa al-Malik. This would be.
So the man
We don't have
is
to
the
go
king.
to just
Okay, then we'll do the drill. We'll do the drill. All right, everyone go to page. You have 10 minutes. We're going to use this nicely with our favorite exercise. Our favorite exercise. Come on. Tell me how many of you have benefited from this drill. Huwa huma hum. You think it's very good? See, there you go. So it works well. Because what you do is, number one, you actually point to it. So in your mind, you think of it, right? Number two, you actually say it too, and you visualize it, right? So I mean, it's much better than just saying like, who's sitting here and saying huwa he, huma them, right? It's very hard to think that, but when you're using your hand, you know, you're thinking of it. Where's the, okay, there, no. Good job. Oh, there it is. So which type of pronouns do we have? we have two types. Detached and, if I cut that, the whole thing will go right. Oh, no. Sorry, I didn't want to do. Wait, what happens? Okay. What page was it? What page was that? The Dama'ir.
31.
All right. Okay. All right, next. That's cool. All right, see, look at this. This is lesson what? This is lesson what? And we already did this before even lesson 6. So don't worry about not finishing these 10 lessons. Most of the things we do will be done by the time we get there. All right, so huwa, huma, hum. We did this, right? We don't even have to look at that. Let's do it. Everyone, nice. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Ana, nahnu. 2 more times. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, everyone do it. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Ana, nahnu. Again. Huwa, huma, hum. Hiya, huma, hunna. Anta, antuma, antum. Anti, antuma, antunna. Ana, nahnu. So I'm going to say any of them. You guys give me a translation. So these are detached or attached? Detached, obviously. It's not attached to anything. So someone give me they masculine, plural.
2 or 3.
Plural, I said. They masculine, plural.
Hum.
Hum. You masculine, plural.
Antum.
You dual, plural.
Antuma.
You masculine, singular, plural. What? You masculine, singular. You feminine, singular.
Anti.
Me, I.
Nahnu.
We.
Nahnu.
We dual.
Nahnu.
Ana nahnu. We dual.
Nahnu.
Okay, remember, dual is nahnu. If there's 2, nahnu, nahnu. Okay, they feminine, plural.
Antunna.
Hunna.
They feminine,
Oh,
plural.
they.
Hunna.
Hunna.
They dual feminine.
Antuma.
They.
Huma.
Hum.
Okay, how about they dual masculine?
Huma.
What about they feminine? Oh, one she. Oh, what am I using? They. She.
Yeah.
You masculine. You all plural feminines. You dual feminines. And you dual masculines. You guys see something here? Huma huma. Huwa huma. Hiya huma. Anta antuma. Anti antuma. So huma huma and antuma antuma is the same. The duals are the same. And the duals are the same for verbs as well. Pretty soon we're going to be running through verbs. Fa'ala, fa'ala, fa'alu. Fa'alat, fa'alata, fa'alna. Soon, pretty soon, inshallah. All right, we have like 5 minutes. I want to do like attached. What? Will be too much?
We should.
Who thinks it'll be too much? What if I actually go through it? We have 5 minutes, and then we'll do it again. So easy, watch. Let's do it, come on. Who? It's not going to be he, it's going to be his. If it's attached, it's going to be like a possessor and possessor.
All right.
For example, you want to say his book. How am I going to do that? I'm going to attach this pronoun to the book. Kitabuhu. Alright? So let's do it. Who? The way you're going to do this, I'm not going to say hu, huma, hum. I'm actually going to put a word and then we're going to do it. So let's put kitab. Kitabuhu, his book. Like kitab huwa, right? Kitabuhuma, their 2 books. Not their 2 books. Book of them 2. Right? Watch. His book, kitabuhu. Kitabuhuma. You want to do something cool? You want to like stand there? No. It'll be cool. Watch. I don't know. I was thinking of something. Alright. Okay. Kitabuhu. His book. Kitabuhuma. So one book and it belongs to both of them. Kitabuhum. All of their book. It's one book like this courseware, it's all of their books. Okay, what is next? Kitabuha. So it's one girl's book over there. Kitabuhuma. So there's two girls and it's their book. Kitabu hunna. Iyahuma. Hunna. It's the same thing. Look. Hunna is same, hum is same. So that's why I'm saying it's easy. Kitabuhunna, their book. Do it again. Kitabuhu. Kitabuhuma. Kitabuhum. Kitabuha. It's not kitabin, kitaba. The default form is always un or o. Remember that. Kitabuha. Her book. Her book. Say it. Kitabuhuma. Both their book. You guys understand, right? Kitabuhunna. All their feminine book. That's easy. Okay, now forget the English, because we already understand it using the signals. Kitabuhu. Kitabuhuma. Kitabuhum. Again, kitabuhu. Kitabuhuma. Kitabuhum. Kitabuha. Kitabuhuma. Kitabuhunna. Again, you see dual is same. Kitabuhuma. Kitabuhuma. How do you know which one is being used? By the context. Kitabuka. This is for anta. Anta, right? Kitabuka. Kitabukuma. This is huma, that's kuma. Kitabukuma. Kitabukum. Kitabuki. Kitabukuma. Kitabukunna. Again, kitabuka, your book. Kitabukuma. Kitabukum. Kitabuki. Kitabukuma. Kima. Kitabukuma. Kitabukunna. All right. Now, if I want to say my book, there's either a ni or a e. So what am I going to say for my book? Kitabuni? No. You'll say kitabi. It's just that for some words you'll say kitabuni. For some words, not for all. For the majority, it's actually e. Kitab, like we'll do one more. Wait, we have time. Okay, wait. Kitabi is
My book.
kitabuna. Nahnu. Again, everyone do it. Kitabi. Kitabuna. One more time. Kitabuhu. Kitabuhuma. Kitabuhum. Kitabuha. Kitabuhuma. Kitabuhunna. Kitabuka. Kitabukuma. Kitabukum. Kitabuki. Sif like anti and ki. Kitabukuma. Kitabukunna. Kitabi. Kitabuna. There's a song for this, we'll use that. Now, remember we were doing the conversation, we won't do it today, obviously no time. But there was like ismi, how do you say, like someone asks you, masmuka. Ka. Kitabuka. Masmuka. Now we see, we know how those are used. Masmuka. Ma is what? Ismuka. Ismuka is? Your name. Nice. So masmuka.
What is your name?
If I'm asking a boy, if I'm asking a girl, masmu. If I'm asking all of you, masmukum. What's all your names? Or masmukunna. Right? And then if I want to say my name is blank, how do I do it?
Ismi.
If I want to say our name is blank. Okay, I won't do it. Because you have to make the ism plural as well. It would be asma. Okay. Okay, last thing. Assalamu alay. How do we say it? Assalamu? Peace be upon you. Why do you use kum then? If I'm talking to him, I say assalamu alaikum. Right? Why am I saying kum then if he's one? Why can't I just say assalamu alayka?
Angels.
It's what?
More respectful?
More respectful? Is it more respectful? Is it more respectful? Is it respectful if I'm saying assalamu alaikum? Alright. Yeah. So the reason behind it is because you have angels, right? So you can use plural. Was that cool? How many of you like that? Raise your hand. Oh, mashallah. That was the surprise of the class. Alright? I remember I said there was a surprise. That was a surprise. So we can say assalamu alayka, assalamu alayki, if there's a group of feminines, we can say assalamu alaykunna. It's allowed. Alright? So I think that's it. I want you guys to practice attached and detached.
We say tashahhud, assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabiyyu.
Oh, nice. There we
Okay?
go.
And when you say at the end of the prayer, what do you say?
Assalamu alaikum.
There we
say
go.
assalamu alayka. Say assalamu alaykum.
Why? When we're talking, when we're addressing the Prophet, we say assalamu, peace be upon you, ayyuhan nabi, O Prophet. When we're finishing the prayer, we say assalamu. Why? The angels, or if we're praying in a jama'ah, if we're praying in a group, like in a masjid, then we're also addressing those people beside us. Okay? So we think about assalamu alaikum to those guys as well. So practice the detached, attached pronouns. Go through lesson 1. You don't need to worry about lesson 2, right? Yeah. Alright, so that's it. Jazakumullah khairan.
Revise lesson 1 again. We don't want to go